Welcome back, my lovelies. Once again, this is your Popeye Queen coming at you. Always keeping it real with no fluff or fake thrills. You heard? Hey, now I need to hit you all with something real today. Something we might not like to talk about, but we absolutely need to. This one's going to tug at some heartstrings, and maybe that's exactly what you need to feel. On today, we're talking about our parents, guardians, and grandparents. You know, the ones who came before us, who sacrificed, who worked their fingers to the bone, who might be struggling right now in ways we don't even see because we're too busy with our own lives. Yeah, I'm going there. It's time we stop overlooking them. Now listen. I'm not saying this to guilt trip anyone, but if this hits close to home, maybe it's because there's something in your spirit that's been nudging you already. Maybe you've had that thought, man, I should call mama or daddy, or I need to go visit granddad or grandmama. But life got in the way. Work, school, friends, that Netflix series you've been binge watching, whatever it is, it's always something, isn't it? We're always too busy. And then we tell ourselves, I'll get to it later. Let me tell you something. Later might not come. You heard? Are you listening? We live in a world where we don't like to think about our parents or grandparents as growing older, weaker, or needing us the way we needed them. But that's the truth. Life doesn't stop, and the years slip by faster than we can catch them. If you're not intentional about it, you'll blink. And the very people who raised you, who held your hand, who wiped your tears, who stayed up late praying for you, those same people will be gone. And all you'll have left are regrets. Let that sink in for a second. Regrets. I don't care how tough you think you are. Regrets would tear you apart from the inside out. Trust me, no amount of success, money, or social media clout is going to fill the void left by the loss of a parent, guardian, grandparent, or foster parent you didn't appreciate while they were still here. Nothing. And what's crazy is they're not asking for much from us. Most of them. They don't need grand gestures. They're not expecting you to buy them a house on the beach or fly them first class to Paris. All they want is your time, your attention, your presence, to know that you haven't forgotten them, that you care enough to sit with them for a while, listen to their stories, and appreciate the wisdom they have to offer. This topic here got me all in my feelings. I lost my mom when I was 10 years old, and it pains me to see some people not appreciate the very ones who took care of them. I wish I could have just 1 second to talk to my mom, just one. Some of y'all haven't called your parents in weeks. Some of y'all haven't seen your grandparents in months. Do you realize how precious that time is? Do you realize how much they long to hear your voice, even just for 5 minutes? You think you're busy? Trust me, you're never too busy for the people who gave up so much of their lives to make sure you could have the life you're living right now. I know, I know. Maybe some of you had parents or grandparents who weren't perfect. Maybe they made mistakes. Maybe they weren't always there for you the way they should have been. I get it. I really do. But here's the thing. You're grown up now. You've got a choice. You can carry that bitterness, or you can choose to break the cycle. You can choose love. You can choose forgiveness. Because at the end of the day, they won't be here forever. And once they're gone, baby, whatever unfinished business you have with them, that's it. The door closes. You can't fix it once they're no longer here. Are you hearing me? And if you're blessed to have had a strong, loving parent or grandparent, man, you're even more responsible. They gave you their best, so give them yours. Maybe they're getting older and their health isn't what it used to be. They might need you now more than they ever have. Don't you dare turn your back on them. Don't you dare make them feel like a burden. Remember what they did for you when you were the one who needed help. It's your turn now. Return the favor, honey. You see, there's something sacred about caring for the ones who raised you. It's not just a duty, it's a privilege. We live in a world that likes to toss away the elderly like they're outdated and no longer useful. We're obsessed with youth and newness. But let me tell you something. If you ignore the older generation, you're missing out on some of the richest, deepest, most valuable wisdom life has to offer. Our parents and grandparents, they've lived through things we can't even imagine. They've been through wars, recessions, civil rights movements, personal struggles, heartbreaks, triumphs, and they came out stronger on the other side. They have stories to tell, baby, if we would just take the time to listen. And don't think they're only here to teach you something either. Sometimes it's about just being there for them, giving back a fraction of what they gave to us. Sometimes it's about sitting in silence, holding their hand, and reminding them they're not alone in this world, that they still matter. So, what does that look like for you? Maybe it's a phone call or a text once a week. Maybe it's Sunday dinner where you bring the family together. Maybe it's helping out with doctor's appointments, grocery runs, or just spending time doing something they love. Simple things. It's about showing up. Don't let pride or busyness get in the way. Don't let the illusion of time fool you into thinking you'll have plenty of opportunities later. People always say, I wish I had one more day with my mom, my dad, my grandmother, etc. I don't want you to have to say that. I want you to look back with peace, knowing that you loved them the best you could while they were here. It's time to wake up, family. If you've got parents or grandparents still alive, pick up the phone today. Make that visit this weekend. Show them how much you love them while you can. Because one day you won't have that chance. Don't wait until they're gone to realize how much they meant to you. Appreciate them now. Tell them now. Love them now. I know this isn't the easiest topic, but it's one of the most important. So if you're still here with me, I hope this message has sparked something in your heart. I hope you feel that nudge, that pull to take action, because the time we have with our loved ones is not infinite. It's precious. Don't waste it. Let's be the generation that honors those who came before us. Let's give them love and respect they deserve while they're still here to receive it. All right, my loves. This one really touched my heart. I love people most of the time, and it's sad to see the world become so heartless and selfish. You think that's all right? Well, it's not. And I'm here to check you on it. Always keeping it real. You heard? Love, kindness, and prosperity. I'm out, babies.